Remember those good old days back in the days when I'd review a random Big Finish audio once in a while? Well, that's back now. Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to review the Big Finish audio, The Wishing Beast. And it's the first time I've reviewed a Big Finish audio since like October 2015. I've reviewed a handful of novels and I've done overviews, but I haven't reviewed any Big Finish audios for so long. And God, it's about time that they're resurrected. So from now on, you'll expect to see one of these every 2 weeks or so. And you're gonna get more uploads than before. You'll get more videos like this, more reviews of stuff. You'll basically my channel will be more like it used to be. You'll still get what you normally get nowadays, but you'll get more of the other stuff as well. So yeah, today it's The Wishing Beast, which is a Big Fringe audio with Colin Baker, and I listened to this one recently, and the plot of the story is that the Doctor and Mel get this distress signal. Well, not a distress signal, it's more like a message from two old women, and they pretty much say that they want the traveler to come to this place they live, like this asteroid they live on, and then, yeah, so they do. And the two old women want to give Mel, they think like she's, apparently they love Mel, and they think like that the Doctor's just, oh, they think he's like the companion, and they think like Mel is like the Doctor. Well, they think Mel is the hero, and they call Mel like well, they call like the time traveler and like the hero and the savior of the universe and stuff like that. And they think the Doctor's just slightly annoying, and they call him like things like the funny man and stuff like that. Um, they don't really like the Doctor. But yeah, they want to give well her dearest wish, and they're gonna do this by well, there's this creature that lives in the forest called the Wishing Beast, and pretty much what it can do is it can grant your biggest wish. Well, that's what they say it can do, and the Doctor is a bit skeptical about this, and Mel is a bit skeptical about it as well. But they play along for a while, and things get really weird. It turns out that they landed on this asteroid a good 300 years ago, when they were just like girls and stuff, and it gets very weird. It turns out they had a brother as well, but he died. Well, apparently he mutated, and then we find out that he's actually the Wishing Beast. Um, and as the story goes along, it gets more and more obvious that the Wishing Beast isn't actually, can't really grant people their wishes. It's more like a sort of random beast that'll eat people, and that's apparently the wish. And then because of the, well, there are these like ghosts on the asteroid as well, and they like then they like slowly feed to the beast. So yeah, they take these ghosts and then they suck them in with a vacuum cleaner, and then they slowly feed them to the beast. It's very weird. And they want to feed Mel to the beast, and then she'll become like a ghost. Um, but the Doctor, well, of course, stops them because it's a Doctor Who story. What were you expecting? And it turns out he takes her place. He's like so he's gonna be the one that's gonna be sacrificed to the beast. So he gets eaten by the beast, and then he gets comes like something weird happens. So he can pretty much talk to the beast, who's of course their brother, and then he talks to the brother side of him. And apparently, when they landed on the planet, the brother heard these voices inside his head, and they said that he could get his dearest wish granted if he came to this island on the asteroid. And then he didn't believe it at first, but then it said that his dearest wish was to become a monster, which for some reason was this kid's biggest wish. I mean, it's very unrealistic, because, like, it said that he was around 10, and I don't really know what 10-year-old would want to become a beast. Maybe like a 6-year-old, but I don't buy a 10-year-old will actually do that. And the worst thing is, like in the flashback scenes, it's clearly not a 10-year-old, it's kind of like a 30-year-old man. It's very odd. And the ending is just horrible, and then the Doctor fixes everything and it has a happy ending. Jesus Christ, the first episode is so good. Second episode really isn't very good, and the third episode is just awful. I really loved the first episode, I really did. The second episode really wasn't very good, but it wasn't awful, it was like 4 out of 10. And then the last episode was just one of the worst things I've ever listened to. God, this was just, wow, such a bad ending. It did have some good moments, and again, such an atmospheric first episode, and I really, really, really think that it had potential. Really, really, really did. But just too many obvious things. Like, the story was so obvious. You could predict it a mile away. Like, I think a 2-year-old would be able to predict the story a mile away. It's so predictable. Just, yeah, it's really just horrible how predictable it is. Yeah, God. This really wasn't that good. I'm gonna give The Wishing Beast a well-deserved 4 out of 10. Because it did have potential, but fucking hell, that ending was just one of the most disappointing things ever. And God, so unrealistic. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time for another video. So that's it for me. I'll see you guys next time for another video. Bye, everyone.